seconds, I would be more, yes, sir.
Why can't the United States put more pressure on neighboring countries, that is, neighbors of Iraq, so that they will behave and say what's right?
Question was, why can't we put more pressure on countries, particularly like Iran and Syria, who are doing things such as exporting IEDs? There are people, we apprehended a group, I think it was 4 or 5 Iranians, and the evidence that they had carried out the kidnapping of American soldiers and had billed the Iranian government for it. There's no doubt about the Iranian involvement. We need to get sanctions against Iran. We need to do more to secure our borders. We need to be firmer with Iran, particularly, to tell them that this is an unacceptable set of conduct for them to be doing what they're doing. But first of all, I think we need to get, because of their nuclear situation, developing nuclear weapons, we need to get democracies, countries with like-minded goals to get together, impose meaningful financial, trade, and other sanctions on Iran. People that are blocking us, Russia and China. Russia and China are blocking us in the UN, so we should join together with other nations who have common interests and common values and make sure the Iranians know, as the President of the United States has said, we will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for your service to our country. Again, I want to thank you for your service to our country and thank you for coming today. But a moment ago, you were critical of Harry Reid for saying the war is lost. And wasn't he right in the sense that it seems Al-Qaeda is stronger now than it was since 9/11 because we simply ignored what's going on in Pakistan and Afghanistan? Wasn't he right? Because the war in Iraq is just a fiasco. I mean, I would really like for your politicians like yourself to be a little bit more honest with us when it comes to the fact that it's going to take generations for the rule of law to ever be established in Iraq. And that's true if the Civil War hadn't broke out to begin with, but since it's broken out, we know that there are tens of thousands of Iraqis who are dead because of all the sectarian violence, and millions more have become homeless and refugees inside Iraq, and millions more are outside of Iraq that left and fled. It's going to take forever, really, generations for the rule of law to ever be established. And I just want to know, how many more American lives do you think need to be killed or injured in that country for this?
Well, thank you, sir. And again, you and I have a little bit different version of facts on the ground. Facts on the ground, as I see them, are that we are succeeding, as I said before.
How do you fight success?
I can prove, you know, sir, I allowed you to speak. Now let me speak, and then if you want to speak again, that's what these meetings are all about. I'll give you another chance to hit me again. But I believe the facts on the ground are, if you look at Anbar province, if you look at suburbs of Baghdad, and you look at other areas, you will see that there's greater and greater security. I believe, which obviously you do not, and that's what I'd like to respond, if we leave, you ain't seen nothing yet, pal. You ain't seen nothing yet. When we left Cambodia in 1973, and everything was going to be fine in Cambodia, they only slaughtered 3 million people. These people are going to have, there's 2 million Sunni that live in Baghdad, 4 million Shia. We leave, there's going to be a bloodbath of incredible proportions. There is progress being made, and that's where you and I have a disagreement. We may be in agreement, as I said before, the war was badly mismanaged in its early stages. And now we have a strategy and a general, I believe, that is being enormously successful. And I'd like you to get on the internet with some of these young men and women who are serving over there, who will get on the internet with you, and they'll tell you that they're succeeding. They'll tell you that they are putting down one of the greatest evils in history, and these people are evil. Not long ago, there was a car that went through a checkpoint and had 2 small babies in the back. And they put them through the checkpoint because the small babies were in the car. The 2 guys parked the car next to a police station. walked away, and of course blew up the car. If they'll kill our own babies, what do you think they'll do to our babies? These are they are evil. So when you ask how many more, my response to that is how many would die because the chaos in the entire region would envelop it and we'd have to come back. My opinion, sir, and I respect yours, is that the numbers of our suffering of Americans that would take place would be incredibly higher than what's going on now. And I'm not prepared to tell the parents of those people who have sacrificed that it was all in vain and that we decided to surrender and leave. And is the war against Al-Qaeda lost? The day after September 11th, most every expert in America said that they believed there would be another attack on the United States of America. There hasn't been. Maybe for once, maybe we could give the President of the United States a little credit for that. I said in my opening comments, this is a long twilight struggle. If after 9/11 you'd have told me, if we'd have said here that some doctors in England, in Scotland, wanted to attack the airport, we'd have said that's unlikely. This is an evil which is penetrating through cyberspace throughout the world. And I'm confident, as I said, we will not surrender. And you are allowed to have your response, sir, because you're a great American. Go ahead.
Thank you again, but I noticed you didn't mention anything about the political process in Iraq. I mean, from what I understand, they're about to take another month off for vacation, which, I can't imagine why they need to do that when, there's blood that's running in the street. Unfortunately, there's too much of our blood that's running. And, where's the law for the oil? They need to revise their constitution. I mean, these people simply don't like one another, and we're refereeing their civil war, and we're paying for it dearly. And I'm worried about what Al-Qaeda is going to do next.
Well, I'm worried about what Al-Qaeda is going to do next, too. But I said in my opening remarks, in case you missed it, I said that the government is not doing the things we want them to do. I believe they will, and I believe that they must. But again, the casualties are down, the bodies found in the street in Baghdad are down, the Kurdish areas are basically very calm. There is significant improvement. We have a long way to go, yes. Is it hard? Is it tough? Is it difficult? Yes. Afghanistan, we didn't even talk about. Problems in Pakistan obviously are there, and these are very difficult times. Yes, sir, and then could I go to you? Yes, sir.
Senator McCain, I do thank you for your service to the United States of America. And I thank you for serving in the armed forces. I am a retired armed forces person myself. The gentleman had a question pertaining to how long. Now, we've been in that country now since 2003. And I understand the dynamics about the threat about American citizens and stuff. However, you as a candidate for the presidency of the United States of America, what is your plan to get us out of there at some point down the road? That's all I want to say.
Thank you, sir, and I'm sorry I'm not making myself very clear today. As I said before, the areas of Baghdad and the areas of the country become more and more secure. American troops are then able to turn more and more of those responsibilities over to the Iraqi military, which we are doing as we speak, and then we will withdraw from the country. And our casualties will be reduced, as they are being reduced this month, thank God, and I'm pleased to note, and then we can gradually withdraw from the country. Is it long and hard and difficult? Yes. You set a date for withdrawal, sir. Every single thing I know and everything I've learned in my life and everything I know about this situation means chaos, genocide, and death on an